they chose to, they killed the wrong guy, right? Because this is like the perfect guy. Alex Pretty is the guy you would want to date your daughter. The guy you would want your son to grow up to be a decent human being who was serving humanity, serving sick veterans, who is, there is nothing that has been said about that man that isn't wonderful. And so they can't malign him. They can't malign him because we have the videos.
Okay. So before we really dig into what these people are nuts. They're really unhinged. She doesn't know this man. She never met him. Now she's like basically comparing him to Jesus Christ. Before we show this next video, what did you think of that that exchange?
Look, very similar. They're over the top, okay? I don't want Alex Pretty to become a martyr, okay? We can debate or disagree about the circumstances of why he was killed or how, all those parts and parcels, but I don't want him to become a martyr. And this is just over the top. See, this is an extreme. This is an extreme position when the media, if you will, feels the need to shape your narrative about what you think or may think. Already, they want to already fill in those spots in your gray matter. That's what they always want to do.
Yeah. Folks, they did the same thing to George Floyd. Now they're trying to do it to this guy. And I think George Floyd was a better man than this guy. Okay. Hey, I know you got these people are anarchists. They are trash. They hate our country. All right. They want chaos. He was involved with a group that was scum of the earth. Okay. I am not shedding tears for this man. Now, any life loss, so I'll say most life loss, is tragic. All right. And I wish he had not gotten killed. All right. But I wish he wasn't even there. Okay. But here's some more information about Mr. Pretty, this guy that she wants to put up on this pedestal. Take a look here. Let's see. You all sound off in the chat and let us know. Would you want this man dating your daughter? This is clip 9.
This is a moment the news movement filmed on January 13th in Minneapolis, showing a man who appears to be Alex Pretty interacting with federal immigration agents 11 days before Border Patrol shot and killed him. Our footage was analyzed by the BBC, whose facial recognition technology confirmed his identity to a 97% degree of accuracy. On the morning of January 13th, our team received a tip that federal agents were blocking a street at the corner of East 36 and Park Avenue in Minneapolis. We arrived around 10:15 a.m. We saw observers shouting at the agents as they walked back to their vehicles. When they started driving away, the man kicked their taillight. An agent then got out of the vehicle, grabbed him, and pushed him to the ground. During the altercation, agents fired tear gas and pepper balls into the crowd. They continued to hold the man down before they retreat and he walks away. The man in our footage is wearing a similar outfit to what Pretty was wearing on the day he was killed. What appears to be a gun is also visible above his waistband.
See? Now, that's your Prince Charming, right? The man of your dreams, Ana Navarro, right? This is your Clark Kent, right?
How did we get here? An open border that let millions in, and you guys didn't give two
Alex Pretty
about... Okay,
snuck right through that border.
All right. We had dozens of deaths where you didn't say shit. Jocelyn, Nungaray, Laken Riley, Rachel Morin, Molly Tibbetts. I'm going to just do it because this is just, I can't believe that we're still talking about this stuff. Here's 3 pages of women who have been murdered by illegal aliens in the last like 7 or 8 years. The 7 or 8 years that we have been here talking about this and mocked over it. When we showed the embassy, showed the border being overrun, and people laughed at us. And now you're here. It's like you're the maid trying to clean up a mess, and somebody there is staring at you going, oh, you got to clean it up better. No, you made the mess. This is the Democrat Party's mess that we're trying to clean up. And you're saying, wow, these ICE agents are using terrible language. We don't care. I'm bored by this. I'm absolutely bored by this. I'm bored by the Nazi stuff. I'm bored by the concerned people in the media. They were not concerned when innocent women were raped and murdered. They didn't care about the 50 who died when they were incarcerated under Obama. They didn't care about the 27 or 30 that were shot under Obama. But now they care now. You deserve no attention on this. You deserve no credibility on this. It's actually comical because here's my feeling. It seems like you're ready for another one. You had Good, that went for a couple of weeks. You had this guy, went for a week or so. You're going to need a third one. This is what this is about, because this is what creates the motivation for this drama. This drama that could have been prevented if you guys just listened to the sensible people. Why is it that the cities that aren't sanctuary aren't having any violence? Why is it that the rate of violence in what's the name of the city? Minneapolis is 5 to 7 times higher than cities that are 3 or 4 times larger? Why is that? You guys are always feigning this performative ignorance since you don't understand things. You never explain your own ignorance. Why is there so much violence in Minneapolis and not in Texas? Well, see, there are different people. There are people who, when they hear an awful crime, when Molly Tibbetts is murdered, they think of their wife, they think of their kids, they think of their sister, they think of their mother. What do Democrats think about? There's a step before they even think about their family. They think, how does it affect my public persona? How does it affect my potential politically? How do I deal with this so that I get instant gratification and empathy? We don't think like that. We don't care. You can call me a monster that's saying all these people get deported. I don't care. I don't care about any of this performance anymore, Jessica. It's done. And you know what? Neither does Trump. People are voted for the law. They want the law. If you want to cry about murders and rapists, do it on your own time.
Again, Anna, of course she does. She's always the extreme on the opposite side. And again, I'm not lionizing or making him a martyr. So there is that the truth part of it. The truth part. This is what he was doing. What, 11 days? Or I think they said before he died, before he was killed. So this must be when he got the broken rib, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. That's when he got the broken rib, right? So yeah, no, I wouldn't want him dating my daughter. First of all, I abhor people spitting at people. I can't.
That's when you know you're low.
Exactly.
You know you're low. This is the type of guy you see at the gas station peeing in the side on the corner.
Yeah, that's right. It. Hawk spitting somewhere, and just and then he looks like he has some anger issues or anger management issues, what we call them. But it's interesting. I don't know. Are we going to this next topic? I want to say this, but I'll save it if you want me to. I'll say it. It's interesting that many of these rioters, agitators, a lot of them just seem angry, period.
Oh, yeah.
They're just angry.
They're weirdos. They're weirdos who don't have a life, all right? And this is what we talk about on Christian Conservative a lot, because these are people that have no purpose. Okay, these are people that are not God-fearing. All right, they have no purpose. They believe that their purpose, they found this cult-like leftist weirdo crap, and they latch onto it. All right, and then they're given a position in this cult of kicking cars and spitting on ICE officers, and they feel like this is their calling for life. And so this is why they're willing to put their lives on the line for the cause, for this crap, and then we just talked about how the media bias against Trump, and they paint false narratives that he's a dictator, that he's a Nazi, that he's Hitler, all of this stuff. So when you lump all of that together, you get Alex Preddy.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So, and again, as you come in, hit that like button, folks. It helps to get this video out in front of a wider audience, and we appreciate your support. All right. So yeah,